All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Live 365 Studio B. Sometime when we're famous, you're going to remember that I used to say that. So happy Monday. We might have a special guest coming here in a second. We'll see if he pops on. Um, yeah, hope you had a great weekend. Post in the chat. See how you're doing. See how the weekend went. Scale of 1 to 10. How you doing today? How are you guys? Ironheart Jeremy is here. Good to see you, man. Are you running today? I hope you are. If you are, good luck. I know you're running today. Yeah. Cat Lady by Day is here. Good to see you guys. We'll see who's on Facebook. Give me a 1 to 10 if you're here and how you doing today. If you're running the Boston Marathon today, you're a 10. I don't even want to hear it. Good morning, Matthew Tolman. How are you today? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. Rachel Berlin is here. CMC Framing has joined us. Good to see you. Check us out all over Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all the channels. Mr. Dan Bennett is watching. Member, card carrying member of the Breakfast Club of Tim and Matt and Mark and Dan. All you guys that get together. Rachel 9.5 coming in hot. Good to see you. Dude, the sleep score 88 last night. Something to do with maybe hiking a mountain and getting outside and living life a little bit. So yeah, incredibly proud of Wendy. She wrapped up. We celebrated the last day of her 12 weeks of hip replacement surgery recovery by hiking a goddamn mountain. She said, let's go. She did well. Cardio, we both need work, but that can be worked on. We were paying attention to how the joint held up. And like her son, Ben, said to her yesterday morning when he was over celebrating Easter, he said, well, it's brand new. It should be fine. Kids are great. Yeah. So, and it was fine. So a little sore today, which is great. It's a good sore. Yeah. I hope you had all had a great Easter. Thanks, Rachel. Justin Katie is here. Yeah. The Breakfast Club for sure. Yeah. Now it's been named and so it shall be, right, Dan? Good to see you guys. Steve Rosenberg may pop in and say hello here for a moment and talk to us about the daily sales accelerator that he has graciously offered to open up to everybody this week. And so hopefully he gets on. I'll let him tell you more about that. Roy Dahl says, congratulations, Wendy. Yeah, she crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. So did a good job. You know, on the way down, it's funny. She's straight savage on the way down. Doesn't even stop and take a break. And I said, you seem like you're doing fine. My quads are quivering. She's like, hey, when I get something on my mind, we're going for it. Michael Herron is here. Good to see you. We'll see you on the Daily Sales Accelerator a little bit later on this morning. I always have to practice my time zones because if somebody's in Central or Mountain or Pacific or Eastern, I have to make sure we get it right. So I can't just say, hey, 10:30. So if you ever hear me say a time and not a time zone, it means Eastern. So know that about me. we're like we think Eastern time zone is the only time zone, right? Yeah. No, Rachel, she did great. She did well. She posted a reel. And I took a video of her climbing and just walking by me going, oh, fuck. And then I went, like, uh-oh, we're into it now. Yeah. So let me make sure Steve's got the link and we'll get going here. Yeah. Lots of good stuff this weekend. We had a great time. Let me see here. Pop that over to him. So it was good to get out, and it was a long time coming. That recovery thing, they don't tell you, yeah, it's going to be physical, but there's an emotional and mental side of it too when you have a major joint replacement like that where you're sidelined. And if you're somebody that's used to moving around a bunch, that can be tough. That can be really tough. So, and it was tough on me too, frankly, because we had to kind of put it in low gear here for a little bit. But I know she'd do the same for me. So it was awesome. So week 13 starts today. There were no restrictions, but now there's really no restrictions. So still stepping lightly, being careful, but now we're just going to start stacking wins and stacking mountains too, frankly. So You guys will be seeing a lot of photos of us atop hopefully 4,000 footers this summer. Wendy has a list. There are 14 4,000 footers in Maine. I think she's done maybe 4. I'm one behind, she claims. I'm just along for the ride. I'm just support, but we're having a good time with it. So we may head up into the Western Maine mountains and try to knock out a couple in a weekend or so, and do that. Maybe do some camping too. So that'll be fun. But anyway, let's get into it here. I promised you guys yesterday that I would talk about doing hard things today, and fitting that Jeremy's on here. He's running the Boston Marathon today, or he was on here. I'm not sure if he's still here. If you are, good luck, brother. Soak some in for me. I tried to qualify for that back in 2017, and in our qualifying race, we went the wrong way. A volunteer sent us the wrong way, so we kept the foot on the gas, and I ran the qualifying time in the amount of rate in the 26.2. Unfortunately, after having gone the wrong way, the race was 26.7. So the Boston Athletic Association said, yeah, no, we're not taking your time. So I tried it again a few weeks later, and the wheels came flying off the buggy about halfway through. So we didn't make it, but that's okay. Screw those guys. They don't need me. But good luck. Wendy said we have a lot of work to do to get in 4,000 footer shape. And you know how you do that? You go do a 4,000 footer. Set the bar, right? Do hard things. The habits that separate the top 1% are basically doing the hard things. Hard things embraced consistently. The difference between the average and elite isn't talent, guys. It's the willingness to do hard things. Just the willingness to do hard things, especially when no one's watching. Like, what are you doing when no one's watching? Okay. If you want an easy life, do hard things. If you want a hard life, do easy things. If you want to avoid them. So every time you avoid the hard thing, the conversation, the workout, the decision, you chip away at your own momentum. So today's about the single most underrated high performance habit: choosing things that are hard on purpose. All right. Here's a quote for the day to get you going. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. Jerzy Gregorek, whoever that guy is or girl. Coffee is particularly good today. Sitting here playing with the house's money with an 88 for a sleep score. Woke up once, dead set, crashed the rest of the time. So super awesome. Feeling good today. Amazing what a little sleep will do. No mask either, by the way. So I thought that was interesting. So maybe we'll go to school on that. So most people avoid the hard stuff, guys. And when I'm talking about hard stuff, I'm not talking about always getting your workout done. It can be fear of failure, fear of judgment, discomfort in general, lack of clarity, confidence, whatever. What they don't realize is doing the hard things creates some clarity and confidence and growth. It gets you a little bit of momentum, right? You do that hard thing, like we were talking about, climbing the 4,000 footer. How do you get so you can do that well? You go do it. You go do it. It might be ugly. Yesterday was a little ugly at times. It's okay, and it was a lot lower of a mountain. So, but here's what hard can look like in real life. Sometimes it's having a direct conversation instead of avoiding it. Handling the hard stuff, right? Showing up to the gym when your body says no, or your mind is kind of giving you the out. Maybe it's sending that invoice or raising those prices. Maybe it's saying to somebody, hey, I'm struggling, and asking for a little bit of help. Or sticking to your plan when the motivation's gone, right? Well, screw it. I'm all right. Yeah, I don't need to do that today. It's not about doing everything hard. It's about building a habit of leaning in when it counts. Okay, when it does get hard, you're leaning into that. When you do have adversity, you're leaning in. Okay, let's give you some how do we build the habit of embracing hard things? How about that 10-second rule, right? Use the 10-second rule. If it's hard but unnecessary, take the first, if it's hard but necessary, take that first action within 10 seconds before your brain talks you out of it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, boom, we go, right? And then another tactic, strategy, I guess, is stack the hard on the easy. Pair something difficult with something routine. For example, have a hard conversation right after your morning walk. You could reframe hard as a gift. We get to. This is where I get to build the version of me that I'm chasing. Not where I have to. This is what I have to do. You get to do it. We're on the right side of the grass. Yeah. And then how about microdosing discomfort daily? Just intentionally do something uncomfortable every day on purpose. Physical, emotional, mental. It just raises your tolerance for toughness overall. You ever go to the gym when you don't really want to and you're walking out the doors going, yeah, I did that. I feel better now. It's going to be uncomfortable. Good morning, Dave Howard. Big race today. Big Boston Marathon fan there. So here's now that you guys are experts at ChatGPT, like I've always been saying, here's a prompt. ChatGPT, give me 10 micro challenges to help me build mental toughness over the next 10 days. Good morning, Dave Brackett. Speaking of tough, 10 micro challenges to help me build mental toughness over the next 10 days. And here's some action steps. You know, I always have an action step for you. Choose one hard thing today and do it. Just do it. Identify something you've been avoiding. Maybe set a deadline. It's happening today, not next week. Rachel says, never regretted a workout once it was done. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, I knew I needed that. This one was big for me when I was doing more triathlon training, was do it before noon. Start building a new pattern. So do it before noon, because I always found that if once noon came and went, if my workout was, I pushed it to the latter half of the day, probably the probability that it was going to happen at all dropped by about 50%. So that's just me, right? So guys, do the hard things, right? We want to do the hard things. We want to start building those habits. We want to start building a little momentum, get a little bit of confidence. Okay. Pop a fist pump in the chat. If you're going to do something hard today, you're going to lean into it. You hear me talk about the edge all the time and finding your edge. Steve Rosenberg's in the chat. Does the link work, my friend? I'll send it to you again. Hang on. Yeah, it should work. Check that link out. I'd love to have you on. And stop waiting to feel ready, guys. Stop becoming someone who does hard things anyway. Steve just jumped on. Steve could wake up at 2 a.m. in Honolulu. He's going to the gym. He's just going to the gym. He probably feels like dog shit, but he's going to the gym. He's getting it done. He knows that he's going to stack the rest of his day on top of that. Fist pump for Josh Baker. Yeah. The edge you want lives behind the hard things you've been avoiding. Okay? You got to do the hard things. Stack listening to this podcast with a morning walk. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. You know I'm going to be here at 8 a.m. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the long game, playing the long game, how to protect your momentum and stay locked in when the excitement wears off, because you can get fired up about something new, right? Everybody's a hero on January 1st. The gyms are full. You got your resolutions and all that, right? But the excitement wears off at some point. And when it does, what's going to carry you through? Your commitment to doing the hard things. Whether it's, you're finding your edge, right? You know what your edge is. Ben Newman calls it the burn. I know what Steve's edge is. He's going hard every day. He wants to honor the memory and the legacy of his son, Jet. He got it. That's a tremendous, it's a tough way to get one, but a tremendous why, right? Shows up every day. So what is it for you guys that when it gets tough and when adversity sets in, and when you have that option to say, fuck it, I don't want to do it. I'll be all right. Be good tomorrow. Good morning, Danielle. What is it? What is it for you? What is your edge? Where do you go when things get tough? How do you show up differently than others? And what are you willing to do that others are not? I'm not talking once this week or once this month. On the daily. We get one shot at life, guys. I'm not going to be looking for any change back when it's over. Okay? And tomorrow is not promised. I was just thinking about that this morning. I'm not sure what got me thinking about it, but tomorrow is not promised. So, Steve, I don't know if your phone's working or what, but I sent you the link. Try hopping on. Maybe you can't. It's probably not working. Nope, I think he's here. He spun around. Let me see if I can get him on here. There we go. Hey, my friend.
What is going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. What a way to kick off a Monday. Are you back?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I heard you talking about doing the uncomfortable and microdosing. That must be a new word for like the soft people. Like I'm just gonna I don't get it. Like I've never heard. Like, did you ever hear that term growing up? Like I'm just gonna ease into it. It's like I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm just from a different generation of that. I just like you're either in or you're not. It's kind of like. You hear these kids today, they talk about microdosing. I don't know if it's weed. I don't even know what it is nowadays. I'm like, look, man, you're either in or you're not. Like, either go in and go all in at it or don't. I mean, I don't know. I won't go off on a rant this morning.
Where's
but
that? I'm looking for that remove button. Hey, where's that?
I don't get it. But again, not many people probably get me, so that's okay.
Very few. Hey, I wanted to, part of why I wanted to have you jump on here today is we're doing something fun this week. And you guys know, you've heard me mention Steve and seen me mention his daily sales accelerator program and that I've been working with him to try to collaborate on some things. And well, I'm just going to let him invite you guys. He's got a very special offer for this week, and we're going to put it out to everybody and show you how you can level up at sales if you'd like. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, so talking with Bob and Bubba and everybody, and everybody, we all know we need to make more money, right? We look, at the end of the day, what everyone needs is more revenue. I don't care what you think your problem is. I can probably identify it that if we put an extra $1 million in your bank account this year, you'd probably fix a lot of your problems. Not all of them, but it would fix it. So to me, the only way to fix that revenue problem is to get better at sales. And getting better at sales, it means being a better communicator. So if you own a business, how are you communicating your vision to your employees, to your customers, to your vendors? How do you, look, communication is not about just selling a product. It's about getting someone to understand your position on something, and that's being a better salesperson. So, talking with Bub and all them, and they're like, look, everyone's a great operator, but they're not necessarily good in sales. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to communicate. Just because you built it doesn't mean they will come. Just because you have a great company doesn't mean people will buy your products. So to me, I was like, well, what if I help them? Because I do a daily sales training, because I think just like going to the gym, just like anything, you've got to put in the reps, and you've got to put in the reps every single day. You don't just go one time, run around the track one time and say, hey, I'm Bob, I'm doing this Ironman. And was it Clearwater, Florida, I think, if I'm not recalled?
It's funny that you bring that up. Dave Brackett is on this call today, and he'll appreciate the fact that we didn't do this without bringing up the fact that I did happen to be down in Clearwater in 2009 when they had the Ironman 70.3 World Championship sponsored by Fonsta Grant.
I thought you looked familiar. Anyways,
you may have seen me.
So here's the thing. Listen, in all seriousness, taking that model, you didn't just do it once. You had to train your ass off every single day. It didn't just come to you. So my thing is how is that any different than us being in business? We have to practice every day. We make our money on people buying our products. The one thing we don't practice is getting more people to buy our products, getting our customers to see our vision, getting our employees to get out there and bust ass and close deals. So because of that, and because most people suck at sales, let's just call it what it is, I've decided to do just kind of a spring cleaning of letting people come into the Daily Sales Accelerator. I normally charge $2,000 just to sign up, and then it's like $197 a month. So what I'm doing is, if they come in through you guys, I'm going to do just like 75% off. Let's just see if you have a pulse and if you're even interested in trying to build your business. 75% off to sign up, $197 a month, no contracts, no nothing. Listen, if you suck at sales and you don't have the money, you need to learn how to get better at sales. You need this more than anyone. If you're good at sales and you want to get better and you want to add an extra zero to your revenue, look, if you want to become a black belt, you don't train with white belts. You train with other black belts. And I just think that together, right? It's not just me, it's you, it's Bubba, it's Richard. All of us together collectively can all help each other. We're all in this together. We're all entrepreneurs. I have skill sets that you don't have, Bob. You have skill sets that I don't have. Bubba has them. So together, you're not just getting the way Steve does it, you're getting the way you do it, the way Bubba does it, the way I do it, understanding how to do it with virtual assistants. There's so much to learn that if you are not actively doing something right now to grow your business, you're probably going out of business. You just don't realize it until maybe your bank account says zero. So why not do something? If you have employees, they can jump on. It's the same for the company. It's not per person. I make this for the company. If you do not succeed, I would rather you say, Steve, I just want to fail. Just tell me that. Just say, Steve, I suck and I want to go out of business and I'm good with having someone else take my market share. That I will accept. Someone saying they're too busy and they don't have an hour to work on building their business, that's just bullshit. I don't agree with that. But again, I'm a different breed. I'm not a micro doser. I am a full all in to the vein, hit it and mainline it if you're going to do it.
Oh man, you got two speeds, on and off, my friend. How was your weekend and your Easter Sunday? Where are you, in Honolulu? Are you in Houston? What are you doing?
I'm in Houston right now. Yeah, dude, it was good. I was in, so you guys can appreciate this. I was in Honolulu on a layover, and I have some clients that I used to coach. They have a TV show called Renovation Aloha on HGTV, and I coached them from the beginning, and they're good friends of mine. So went to their house, had dinner, hung out, and talked. They just got picked up for their third season. And it was a great time. We really had a good time hanging out with them, talking to them, and just catching up. And it was, reminiscing about where they were. Like, they were like, dude, we were hurting, and we met you, and you gave us that direction. And I just asked different questions. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this for the family? Like, what do you do every day? I am statements. She's like, those I am statements and affirmations. Tristan and Kamahoya is their names. She's like, that unbelievably, a lot of those things have come true.
Yeah.
So my point is it was a great trip. I'm going back again this week. I'm doing a real estate meetup in Honolulu with some other real estate friends. Talking to a bunch of entrepreneurs and just kind of getting their heads on right and get their shit straight. I'm tired of people telling me, oh, it's the economy. It's like bullshit. It's not the economy. It's you. Like, just call it what it is. Just say you suck and you haven't invested in yourself. That don't lie. Like, don't blame. I hate that shit. It's like, dude, You're telling me no transactions are happening at all. Like, I talk to people that are like, oh man, it sucks here in Nebraska. I'm like, so there's no business. Like, everything it's a ghost town. Well, there's business. Oh, okay. So there's business going on. It's you. You're the problem. Well, like, call it what it is, man. I mean, listen, we can dance around this. If you want me to say it's okay and just say, yeah, it's okay that you suck, it's okay that you're lazy, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not really helping anyone by doing that. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping your family. I'm not helping your employees. I'm helping them by saying, take freaking ownership and get your shit in line and get it done. Nobody cares. And so, like, I say all this, like, when I talk about this daily sales training, nobody cares. Just do it. Just freaking, what do you have to lose? If you're telling me that I don't even know what 75% off $2,000, I'm not a math major, but let's just say it's $500. If you can't invest $500, you need to invest $500 because you've got bigger fucking problems if that's your biggest problem in life. Like, if you don't do it now, you think it's going to get better or worse on your own? Because if you haven't built a $10 million company now, what makes you think magically you're going to figure it out in the future? You're not. You're going to go out of business and you're going to be like, man, I had an opportunity and I didn't take advantage of it. But they'll have another excuse. Listen, Bob, you know as well as I do, in anything in life, people always have freaking excuses, man. And I'm just like, are you saying that to make me feel better or to give yourself a reason for quitting? Because it doesn't change my day, right? Like, you and I, we have our days.
Yeah.
I do this for you. I do this for people to get better. But you've got to pick up the fucking stick and run with it. I can't do it for you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
sorry, man.
great,
That was a rant.
great.
I've had too much coffee.
I just set the ball on the tee and let you keep whacking it out of the park. That's my job. No, good stuff, man. Other than that microdosing jab you took at me, it was all pretty good.
Come on, man. Wear
Come
some
on,
pants.
man.
Don't wear a skirt. Let's go. Let's
Come on,
be who you are, man. Come on. Microdosing. I keep it in my purse or my man purse or whatever those things are called. European handbags, whatever.
Man purse. Good thing you're looking straight at us because I can't see that man bun you have on the back.
That's right. Yeah, I keep it tucked in tight.
Oh man, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And so today, guys, getting real specific at 10:30 Eastern. I'll be on the call. Bubba will be on the call. Steve, I think you've got a flight or something, right?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Steve's got a flight. Richard will be on the call. We're going to kick things off. And so we've got each day is kind of themed out. Monday is mindset. Tuesday is handling objections. Wednesday is the coaching call. Steve handles that. And you just come with your stuff, right? Thursday, Bubba typically and Steve will handle, and myself sometimes too, and Richard actually will do a real live sales role play right on the call. So you're going to see people going at each other for the purpose of learning. Okay. And if you come to that, don't worry about what other people think, right? If you can get on that call and actually role play, do a sales role play and really avail yourself to it and learn, you're going to grow. And then Fridays could be any one of us. And Steve likes to call that one Free Will Friday. It's kind of my version of open coaching. It's like, bring your shit, bring your stuff. We'll have some stuff prepared. And what we don't want is wallflowers. So come enjoy it.
Yeah.
This week, zero cost. Okay.
Yep.
As Steve always says, how many people think we're trying to sell you something? And maybe a couple people raise their hand, and he says, let me clear it up for you. I'm 100% trying to sell you something. Okay, we want you to sign up. Steve has made it about as cheap as it's going to get, and that happens this week. So if you want the link to the call, I'm not putting it out to everybody because I don't want people just jumping in that don't have any skin in the game. If you want the link to the call, you need to DM me. If you guys can't get a hold of me and you don't know how to, taking a page out of Steve's book, you need your head examined. All right? So find me. I'll give you the link. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Bob. And listen, man, and for people watching, I do this because I want to help. I don't need to give away free shit, right? I mean, I'm listen, we're all doing pretty good. My question to the people on here is, if you think that between me, Bob, Bubba, and Richard could excel your business, if you honestly think that what we do would really rocket you to crush your competition, most people would say, yeah. My next question is how nervous would you be to find out we're actually coaching your competition? And now you're the one who's going to get crushed because you're not taking action. Action is just a matter of a decision. You have to make a decision that at some point you say, enough's enough. I'm ready to do something different because what I'm doing right now isn't working. And that's all it is. And in all seriousness, I believe in Bob. I believe in Bubba. I believe in everybody. And Richard, I mean, listen, we are here because we want to help you. We could very easily do our own lives and run our own businesses. But there's people out there sometimes that walk in front of you that go, what if? What if this guy or these guys could actually do what they say? So much so that we're willing to say, hey, try it out for a week for free. What do you have to lose? Maybe your business if you do nothing, but what if you actually could make the money and build the life that you want? So as Bob said, when I say I'm going to sell you, I'm selling you on the idea and the concept of having an abundant life, of actually having a business that when you're away, when you're on vacation, the cash register keeps ringing because you're a brand domination. Who wants to buy that? Like, who wants to buy that life where you're like, fuck, finally this works? And that's the difference between the people who make a decision and the people who make excuses.
100%. Steve, I appreciate you. I'll let you go, and then we're going to wrap things up. Guys, if you want the link to the call, DM me. We'll hit you up with it. Again, Bubba and I will be on there. Richard will be there. Steve's going to be in the air today, but he'll be there on the call, other calls this week, I'm pretty sure. So if you have questions, reach out to me, but certainly a few people have already this morning. We'll get you the link, and we'll get you on the call, and I would challenge you to bring your stuff, and we'll help you figure it out. All right?
Yeah,
Steve,
buddy.
thanks,
We'll see
buddy.
you, Bob. Thank you.
Take care. Whoops, I hit the button too soon. That was for that microdosing comment. One of the things I like about Steve is he'll always hit you right between the eyes. And it's not because he's being a jerk. He truly wants to help people. And that's why I've gravitated to him. There's some synergy with us because we both lead with that, truly lead with that. Neither one of us are particularly money motivated. I wish I was a little more. I'd have more of it. But there's been a lot of people in this business that can show you the way, right? Hey, let me show you how to go from, 0 to 10 million or whatever. But if you're going to be getting advice from somebody to show you how to do that, shouldn't they have done it? And he's done it. So I can sit here and help you out a lot with a lot of the things that I know about. I like when I'm with Steve, he's done stuff on a higher level. And honestly, I just like hanging out with him and picking up what I can pick up and then share it with you guys. And it all just trickles through. So anyway, a rising tide truly lifts all boats. Guys, I hope you had fun with that today. Pop a fist pump in the chat. Please share it. Okay. DM me. I'll check when I'm off here what I got for DMs. The link, I'll send you the link. It's going to be a Zoom call, so it's going to be a good environment. And we're going to have a blast at 10:30 this morning Eastern. In every day this week, 10:30 Eastern. And I hope you guys will jump on the free daily sales accelerator call this week. It's a great opportunity to come and test drive the program. And he's also knocked the price of it down. Usually it's a couple grand and then a couple $100 a month to sign up. He's offering it up at like $4.99 and then $1.99 a month. So pretty darn inexpensive group coaching environment with one of the best in the business, if you ask me, and a group of us that are a supporting cast that are not too shabby ourselves. So anyway, Michael Heron, thank you. Roy Dahl, good morning. I'm not sure if I said hello to you. Josh Baker, thanks for being on. Bill Gustafson, I appreciate those kind words. Michelle Bunker was here and is here. Good to see you. And the rest of you guys on Marathon Monday, Patriots Day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. As I always say, if there's anything I can help you guys with in between the lines, please let me know. I'm happy to help, happy to share what I know. I like to say I've made most of the mistakes there are to make and hope to keep some of you from making the same one. So guys, have a great day. I appreciate you all. I'm out. Take care.